So let's talk about principle number one, reject a scarcity mentality. So what is scarcity anyways? We hear this all the time. We hear about scarcity versus abundance, but what does it actually mean to have a scarcity mentality? Some of the things you might hear or say, there's never enough. There will never be enough. What if I can't? If I don't do this now, I'll never be able to. I'm just going to be paying on these debts forever. What if I can't ever get ahead, right? Scarcity consistently involves fear. Fear. These are fear-based decisions, fear-based concerns. That is scarcity. What if, right? So what about the other side of the coin? What is abundance? Well, by definition, abundance is having plenty, more than enough, overflow, abundance, right? So I have so many people that will say like, I have an abundance mindset, so I'm good. Or I have no problem receiving money. I just need to keep more of it, right? They think that by saying things like, oh, I always have more than enough, or I'm living abundantly, or money flows to me easily, that they will be able to somehow manifest real abundance in their world. Time for a hard truth. If you have an abundance mindset, but don't actually have an abundance, i.e. overflow, plenty, more than enough, then there's obviously a piece still missing, right? You either don't trust yourself to have the abundance or you don't trust yourself to keep it. Just having an abundance mindset is not enough if you are still self-sabotaging, overspending, not saving intentionally, not knowing where your money's going, comparing yourself and your journey to other people's, right? Criticizing other people's journeys, making excuses for your situation, thinking the system is stacked against you. It's a victim mentality, right? It's not enough to just meditate and say your abundance affirmations and stay positive, right? Those are all passive behaviors. I propose that you have to actively reject scarcity. It is a conscious decision not to just focus on abundance thoughts and feelings, but to actively move away from the thoughts of scarcity. So how do we do that? Well, remember, scarcity is based on fear, fear-based worries, fear-based concerns and decisions. So I propose a new line of thinking. What if? What if the opposite of scarcity isn't actually abundance? What if the opposite of scarcity is hope? What if it's about faith and trust and assurance? So what if instead of working on abundance thoughts, what if you started working on thoughts of hope? What if you learned to trust yourself? What if you could begin to have faith in the process? That is how you start to actively reject scarcity. Now, this is an oversimplified version here because it's easier said than done. What you need to know is it requires awareness of when you're having scarcity thoughts. It requires the ability to shift those, and it requires new practices that lead you closer to true abundance, right? It's about anchoring into hope and trust. Now, inside of Intuitive Money Mastery Program, I dive a lot deeper into actual action steps you can take to actively reject scarcity. But right now, I want you to take the time to journal through and think, what are some ways that you can incorporate more hope and trust and faith into your affirmations or into the things that you tell yourself about your money? Because your beliefs and your emotions are a choice. And so can you choose hope? Can you choose faith? Can you choose trust? And do so actively and not passively. That's principle number one. Hold on tight for the ride. We got 9 more to go. See you then.